chef of the Cucuzza Restaurant, modern Italian cuisine in St. Foy. I am here today to teach you a simple gnocchi recipe that uses only 3 simple ingredients: potatoes, flour, and an egg. So let's get started.
We will start out this easy gnocchi recipe with 120 grams of potatoes. This is approximate, it can go over or under about 10 grams.
You will need 310 grams or 2.5 cups of flour for the dough. You will also need 60 grams or half a cup more of flour to work the dough. Add an egg. Pinch of salt. Next, place the potatoes in a large pot, making sure to keep the skins on the potatoes so that they don't absorb too much water during its cooking process. You will then fill the pot up with water, making sure to cover completely the potatoes. Bring the water and potatoes up to a boil. Cook until the potatoes are fork tender. This should take 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the size of the potatoes. Time to remove the potatoes once they are fork tender. You can see that by piercing it with a knife easily. For the next step, you will need many tools. The first is a knife to help you peel the potatoes once they are cool enough. The next is a spatula or a scraper to help you scrape the flat surface you will be working on. This avoids the potatoes from adhering to the surface. The next is either a fork or gnocchi to help you make the indentations. And the last is either a potato ricer, which I don't have here, a cheese grater, or a potato masher. Once you have removed the potatoes from the boiling water, simply place them on a flat surface for them to cool. Once they have cooled down enough for you to touch, peel their skins. Once you have peeled the potatoes, you can now either grate them or mash them, making sure to leave no lumps. Once you are sure there are no more lumps in the potatoes, place them on your flat surface in a ring-like formation. Top the ring of potatoes with your flour and a pinch of salt. Make a well in the flour and crack the egg in the middle. Beat the egg with a fork, slowly adding in flour. Knead the dough together until a dough forms. Be careful not to overknead, because or else your gnocchi will be chewy. Occasionally scrape the flat surface to make sure you get all the product. To test if your gnocchi dough is ready, simply drop a piece of gnocchi into boiling water. If it disintegrates, you need more flour. As you can see, this one is ready. To form your gnocchis, start out by separating the dough into 4 equal portions. Roll out the dough until a thin snake is formed. Once it has been rolled out, cut the snake into small bite-sized pieces. These will be your final gnocchis. Now, you just have to roll these bite-sized pieces into small balls. Get the perfect gnocchi pattern and shape on the dough ball. Simply place your dough ball onto the board. Use your thumb to roll it across the surface. And here you go, the perfect gnocchi. If you don't have a gnocchi board, you can use the back of a fork. This will not make exactly the same indentation, but it will resemble. Again, just place it on a floured fork. Place the dough ball onto the fork. Roll it with your thumb. Here you go. Slightly different, but just as tasty. What is left to do with your gnocchis once they have been shaped and rolled on a fork or a gnocchi board is to boil them in salt water until they float to the surface. For any recipes that calls for store-bought or homemade gnocchis. And here you have it. A quick, simple, and inexpensive gnocchi recipe that you can make. Thank you for having watched the video, and until next time.